Hello, my name is Casper and I'm a web designer. This is my current website. It's found on svenning.io. I can actually just load it up, svenning.io. There we go. And this is sort of the current state of what I've managed to do in the last year or so. I haven't really been paying much attention to my website. The main idea about this one was to actually just have a place to put in some blogs. I've written like 3 or 4 blog entries the last half year, but the last 2 weeks-ish, I've really gotten into actually creating article, blog posts, and so on. So I think I wanted to step up my game and actually make a proper website. As of now, I have just my BlueSky latest post over here and replies, and I have my blog post right here and a link to a few of my social profiles, and as I recall in the very bottom, a link to my current apps that I'm building. This one is quite nice actually. It's a remake of the classic football manager game, Championship Manager 97-98 as I recall, and it's work in progress as of now. This is super cool, by the way. Anyway, we weren't supposed to talk about this. We're supposed to talk about my website. So the idea in this first video, which by the way I'm going to create I think a bunch of these videos actually surrounding this or being about this new website that I'm creating, an update to my current website. First things first, I think I want to make a small plan in this first video, sort of showcasing or explaining to you guys and to myself what we're actually going to build in the next couple of months or so. So let's get into my tool of choice, which is Nordcraft. You are in Nordcraft right now, and spoiler alert, disclaimer, full disclaimer, I am co-founder of this particular website builder. It's actually a web development engine, but more about that later. Anyway, this is the current website loaded up in Nordcraft, as you can see, and my idea is to create a brand new page, which I have already done here. Home. Completely blank new page. But before we do anything, let's create a new branch. And let's call this planning. There you go. So let's plan this website out. I have a small idea in my mind. Okay, first of all, let's go and create a couple of sort of placeholder div containers. I am going for a component to be my header, sort of a cross-page header I can use for my single blog post pages, but also for the hub pages, the home page, and so on. So let's create this very first one. And I think for the sake of it, let's just go a bit silly here with the colors and so on. Don't pay much attention to the size and whatnot. Yeah. Oh, let's actually wrap this in another container. There you go. And beneath this sort of header, I want to have my main content. And I'm confident enough to actually put in the name main. In order to make this work, we need to make sure we are using flex, and we are flexing down in a column. There we go. Inside this main content, I want to have, what do I want to have? I want to have, bam, 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 bam. Let's first color this. And why on earth are they not stacking underneath each other? That is silly. Didn't I set a proper direction or what? Oh, they are not in the same container. Now they are. Right, yeah. No, something is being silly. Put the height on this guy. Anyway, this one should be height 80. And this one should be sort of flexing. Right. And this will need this one to take up the entire space. So here we go. Bright red, our header. And this guy here down here, the purple one, is our main content. And inside the main content, I want to have another sort of small navigation element, sort of a left sidebar, where I can click on an icon. I can go down to the relevant section. Sort of a group of anchor links. Let's have a width of, again, 80 here just for the sake of it. And we need to color this in a color we can actually see on screen. Oh, wow. Cool. So in the main, we have another div taking up the remaining space here. But actually, let's create another one. Oh, what happened there? Div. So we have 3 sort of sections inside my main content. We have the left sidebar over here, and we have the main content. And then at the very end, I want to have sort of a place to showcase my latest BlueSky post. But first of all, let's make this main section actually flex. And it's going to be a row. Right now, we're just doing desktop, bear in mind. I will get to the mobile version at some point. First of all, we're just planning ahead. We're just trying to actually put our content in some sort of order. Let's give it a go. I think the main content here will need to flex and take up the remaining space. This one should have sort of fixed width. And let's just put in pretend numbers for now. 600, that's way too much. 400, that's way too much. So here, and then let's give it a background color that we can recognize, blue. And actually we didn't put a color for this one, so let's just do it for the sake of it. Orange, ain't nobody gonna see this. This one, oh wow, teal it is. Cool, so this is our overall structure that I want to work with. This up here is going to be a component that I can use across my pages. This one here, same thing. Main area here, our main area is going to be where we have all our content things. And from the top of my head, I think, let's just put in some pretend padding here. 24. We're doing it in pixel for now because we are eyeballing it. We are rock and roll. In this top section, I really want to showcase the current projects that I'm working on. So I think I will put in sort of a few cards where I actually maybe do a bit of graphic work where I sort of showcase the projects I'm working on using the fav icons or whatnot. Yeah, let's do that. And again, we're just marking it up using divs. And this one will take out 100% of the height of this guy. And there should be a width to this as well. Do 100 pixels, 200 pixels. Again, we're just marking up. Instead of using Figma, we're actually just putting down some content on our website so we can continue working on that particular section going forward. Let's put in some colors. Let's keep it white for now and have a couple of these. And this one we need to flex the proper direction, right? It's a row. Let's put in some gap. There we go. Again, we're just playing pretend here. It's just the overall structure just to get into the actual idea of what we are going to build. Sort of a to-do list, you might say. Cool. Beneath this section, I want to have... to flex this one before we can actually put in a gap between those sections. So in this section here, we could actually be a bit ballsy and rename this to section. Right? Are we allowed to do that? Yes, we are. Same one with this guy. Section. Bada bing. And here I want to have sort of my recent... Maybe I should put some text in here so I can actually... That'll be an H2, right? Let's go for that. Put in a bit of text and say, oh, that's a component I made previously. That's the wrong one. Let's just do plain HTML, please. Thank you very much. There. Oh, then I need to wrap those guys again. Wrap element, wrap. Making sure that this flexes as well. Go, flex with a bit of gap. And the overall section needs to be a column, right? And where did you guys go? Oh, there's no height to them. Let's do 320 pixels. 240 pixels. There we go. And we can reuse this markup up here. Another section, and the head over here, projects. I'm not sure I'm going to keep the headlines, but for now it's just a matter of putting my ideas down to paper. And here it was latest blog posts. There you go. And my idea of this website is to link to my projects, show a bit about who I actually am, but also to recommend different tools and showcase different UI tools, development tools, and so on and so on. So I want to have a section where I just recommend briefly sort of a mini review of a given tool. It might be, I don't know, a screen recording tool, a design tool, a plugin or whatnot. So let's have a section for doing just that. There'll be tools. And the idea is to have sort of links over here where you can quickly click sort of tools, projects, blog post and tools, and then the entire page sort of jump to this particular section using anchor links. Okay, and over here we had this section, right? That's going to be where we put in our BlueSky content, just like we have right here on my current website. So I will pull in my latest BlueSky replies and posts, just like I did here. So I can reuse the logic for this. Let's see if we can find the logic, by the way, for this BlueSky section. No, it wasn't called BlueSky. BSky. Yeah, there we go. So I actually have an entire component for doing just that. It's just a matter of copying this component and applying my new styling. Once I have found my new styling, which I actually have, but I won't showcase this just yet. Okay, I think that's more or less for this particular video. This is the overall structure. Maybe actually let's do a bit about the mobile just for now, because I think it's pretty easy. I just want to have, whenever I go on mobile, I want to have the entire layout of this main section flex the other direction. It's pretty basic actually. I could do it in one or two ways. Let's go for the most dirty one over here. So for viewport width below, let's go 640. So below this particular viewpoint, I want to have the layout flex, but the other way right now it's flexing in a row. It should be flexing in a column, right? So when I go over here, it flexes the other direction, right? Did I pick the wrong one? No. So right now it flexes as a row, and if the max width is below 640, it should flex in a column. And why is that not happening? Let's investigate. What is going on? There's something wrong with some of these sections. Really, what's going on here? So it's a row here, right? Where does these guys go? Oh wow, this guy is 100 width, which it shouldn't be, of course, on mobile. Let's go and do another one below 640. This content turns into something else. It becomes 100% width, and the height will be 80 as such. There you go. Good Lord, Casper. Yeah, and the same goes for this section over here, I recall. Yeah. Oh, what? Who is making trouble now? It's a fixed width. Ah, yeah, same thing here. Let's go in below 740. This section right here has a width of 100% and a height of auto, right? Why are you not following along? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's no content inside it, that's why. Let's go and add a pretend div and put some pretend height on this one, 100 pixels. Yeah, there we go. So on desktop, I have this nice view here. Top bar, a left sidebar, and my main content area, and a room for my latest BlueSky posts. And when I go on mobile, it turns into this layout. Over here, header, another sort of anchor link header that takes me to the proper content, sort of a shortcut, and then the BlueSky links down below. That's basically it for this video. I think in the next video I'm going to set up the fonts, the colors, the spacing that I'm going to use for my design. I can briefly just showcase you this. This is a non-released feature. I open it and close it again. Sorry about that. But I might use this feature. I'm releasing it pretty soon, so it should be fair to give you a small tour of this particular section. Anyway, my name is Kasper. I'm a web designer, and I am redoing my website going forward. That might take a month or two to make it properly and to record this video teaching you how to do this inside Nordcraft. I'm using Nordcraft for sketching and for planning and for actually doing the proper design, which will enable me to launch this product page in the end. Let's go and have a look. Wow, it is beautiful right now. Amazing design. Cool. See you guys on the next one. Bye bye.